Hey guys, it is 1 p.m. on November 11th. I'm just now sitting down to write. I drove into town this morning, went and did some things with some buddies of mine, and now I have until I probably can write maybe up until like 5 o'clock. So yeah, it's about 4 hours. I should totally be able to get at least 1,700 words in today. I'd like to get between 1,800 and 2,000. So we're going to see how it goes. Let's see. Oh, also one interesting thing that I noticed. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've been using Scrivener for the first time writing this story. And I set it, you can set like goals in Scrivener, so I can tell it that between this date and this date, I want to write this many number of words. And it's really nice because at the top, it shows like a blue line going across. There's like two blue lines. The top one is how far you've gone towards the total word goal. And then the bottom line is a blue line that fills up that shows you how many words you've written that day, to where, because it gives you how many words you need to write that day based on your progress and how many days you have left. So that bar fills up as you write. So it's really nice visually to just have like a goal bar there. I don't like stare and watch at it, but I look up at it occasionally. I'm like, oh, I feel better now because it was way over here and now it's like moved up some. But the one interesting thing is that, so NaNoWriMo, I always say NaNoWriMo, that website also has a daily word count tracker. So I've been putting how many words I've been writing in my NaNoWriMo project. I've been updating that every day. And so it's really interesting because NaNoWriMo and Scrivener give me different daily word count goals. Like, it should be how many words I need to write today to be able to get to the 50,000 by the end of the month, and they're completely different numbers. So Scrivener says today I need to write 1,806 words, whereas NaNoWriMo says I need to write 1,715. So yeah, that is a 100 word difference. I'm not sure which one is most accurate. Maybe I should go double check Scrivener and see that I set that up properly. I also need to figure out how to get back to that. Anyways, that was one thing I noticed. It's weird. I'll look into it. Either way, I'm going to try and strive for the higher word count goal. I use Scrivener more than the NaNoWriMo, but I like NaNoWriMo. Goodness, cannot pronounce it. I like their dashboard because it has charts and things. So it has a line graph, and it shows me how many words I've written today based on, like, because they go by the 1,667 words a day. So it shows me how far I make it. Hi, bear. He's super cuddly right now because he hasn't have any attention today. So I like their line graph, and it shows me how many words I wrote today, and it has this line, and it shows me how far I got up to that line. I haven't made it. Did I make it past it one day? I think I did. But normally I'm like below it, and it's kind of cool to see my progress on a graph. So I like that about it, but it is weird that NaNoWriMo and Scrivener have different word count goals for me. So I will double check on that. Anyways, I need to get to writing. We're still in chapter 5, and I kind of have a small idea for how to end the rest of the chapter, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the story is progressing a little too quickly, but I'm not sure how to slow it down. The thing is, I had originally planned to write this novel from a single character's perspective. Like, that would be the main character, and then everyone else was a side character. And then I decided, no, I want this to feel a little bit more like an epic. I don't know that I'll fully get to that epic, but now I have all these characters that were going to be side characters are now more like main characters. And yeah, Bear is trying to suck my fingers again. Ow. So each chapter is from a different character's perspective. And so the character who I was going to have be the main character is not in the book yet. I moved the beginning from like introducing the main character to way back here, to several, I don't know if it's several months. I don't even know what time of the year it is. It's the fall. It's kind of harvesty season. And the main character is going to get introduced at the start of winter. So yeah, she has not been introduced yet. Bear is highly distracting. I apologize. He keeps batting at my hands. And I feel like I am promoting the kind of introduction of her too much to where I'm not focusing on the subplots as much, because I wanted to kind of set up all the subplots before I introduce the main character. I put the main character because I still see her as the main character, but she's not the only main character. She's like the main character. But I'm trying to set up all the subplots before I introduce the main character and the main plot, which may or may not be a mistake. It's going to be different. I know, and I've been listening to the Brandon Sanderson lectures, and he says that, he was talking about introductions and mentioned that as soon as possible, you should get to the main character and the main plot. And I think that's very important, but I want to do something kind of different. And we're going to see how it works. I think it's still going to be a good story because the subplots progress the main plot, right? The main plot just hasn't been introduced yet. But once it is introduced, then these subplots become very important for how the characters deal with the main plot, if that makes sense. So hopefully it works or it ends up working. I think it will. Okay. I can't see the camera with you in my face. Okay. Have you guys heard of like those baby wraps where, instead of having like a baby carrier or because baby characters are more for like walking distances and maybe going to the zoo or something, like where it's just like a backpack, right? So instead of like having that or having to like hold your baby while you like cook or do things around the house, they have like those wraps that you like wrap around your body in a certain way, and then you can stick your baby in it and they're secured on your chest. And I've seen that someone did that with their cat because their cat is super snuggly and literally cannot be put down, like will whine and will need to be held 90% of the time. I've been thinking about getting that for Bear. Yes, okay. But I feel like he's snuggly and he wants to be held, but he's also like in that stage where he's super attackish and he's like, sees something move and he's like, I want to attack it. He's like that right now. But I'm wondering about getting that for Bear and seeing if that will help, because he is, I did kind of raise him to be a lap cat. I wanted a lap cat because I have another cat, Jasmine. She is a couple years old. And I eventually started letting her go outside during the day, and then she comes in the evenings. And when I'm home, sometimes I'll let her in the middle of the day a couple times. She'll come eat and she'll leave. So I had to make her be an outdoor cat because she had so much energy. It was insane. I mean, absolutely insane. It was like a circus in the house. And at that time I was living at my mom's place. She has a 2-story house. It's really nice, large. Jasmine still didn't have enough ways to exert energy in that big of a space. Like, she needed to go outside. She was destroying furniture. It was really bad. And I mean, she would run laps in the living room And she has so much energy. One time she jumped up and pounced on my face and then jumped away. Like, I love her to death, but she had way too much energy as a kitten. And there were not enough ways to get her to exert that energy. So I started letting her outside, and then it helped so much tremendously. She was able to get out that energy out, and now she is so much more chill. She's not, like, she sleeps with me at night. I lock Bear out because he has too much energy in the middle of the night. Especially, like, you cannot fall asleep. If I weren't to lock him out, you'd have to be asleep by 10 o'clock because by 10:30, he will keep you awake for, like, all night. So I started locking him out of my bedroom so I can get sleep. And then I lock Jasmine in my bedroom. And Jasmine and I sleep together, which is super great. She's super cuddly in bed. She's just not cuddly, like, during the day. Even if she's taking a nap, she just kind of wants to be left alone, which is fine. She's, like, my snuggler at night, and Bear is my snuggler during the day. Yep, that's right, Bear. So, yeah, I've been thinking about getting him one of those baby wrap things and seeing if it works. I don't know. So, okay, we got to get started writing. And Bear, you're going to have to be much less distracting. I know you want attention. Okay, so we're going to continue working on Chapter 5. I'll touch base with y'all in a little bit, and I'll let you know the progress and how things go. So, yeah.
Hey guys, so it is 11:11 p.m., November 11th. So I did some writing earlier. I didn't make a video after I stopped writing because my fiance came over, and so I stopped around 5 o'clock. At that point, I got 1,246 words written. So I had a lot of time to write, but I went a lot slower because I was thinking about what I needed to write, and then I started thinking about what the next chapter and the chapter after that was going to be about. Because I know beforehand I was like, I really have no idea what even this chapter is going to end with, but now I was kind of thinking the next 2 chapters ahead. I came up with like preliminary titles for chapter 5 and then the next 2 chapters. And then I did a little bit more world building because at one point I needed a name of an important person, and so I stopped to figure that out. And then I was talking about horses, and I'm like, okay, what kind of horse is this? And so I was thinking up of kinds of horses, like not just like American quarter horse, something that is actually like a fantasy type name for different types of horses, because different types of horses have different purposes. And so I came up with 2 classifications. There's going to be more, but I just came up with 2 because I needed 2 at the time. So I was like, okay, here's 2. Let's just stick these in there. Also, weird thing. You remember how I was talking about earlier how Scrivener gives me a daily word count goal and NaNoWriMo gives me a daily word count goal based on how many words I've written and how many days I have left. They estimate how many words I need to write every single day to meet that goal. Well, Scrivener did something weird because I just reloaded the application and it changed how many words I need to write today. And I don't remember exactly how many words it said earlier, but I know it was over 1,800. Like, I specifically remember that. Now it says 1,740. Which is way closer to what it was saying to the NaNoWriMo one, which is 1,715. So I remember they were like way off before, like almost 100 words off, and now they're 25 words off? So Scrivener is a little weird in this regard. I have no idea why they're suddenly changing it. Maybe it's just predicting. It's predicting that I'll write differently, that I write a different number of words every day. I have no idea. It's weird. Anyways, I am going to at least write until midnight, and then I'll probably make another video. I'll at least log my current word count into NaNoWriMo. If I feel like it and I'm not very tired, I might actually stay up tonight and write into tomorrow morning, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that. I'm starting to feel a little tired right now, but I wasn't like 20 minutes ago, so I don't know. I might end up being super tired and be like, no, I'm just going to go to bed. But yeah, for right now, there we go, yawning. So who knows what's going to happen, but I don't know. I know I'd probably be really productive if I stayed up past midnight. I just also know that I need sleep, like so bad. I was so freaking tired this morning, could not get my butt out of bed. Anyways, I'm going to stop this video so I can start writing and we can get some more words in for the 11th. Okay, bye.
All right, guys, so it is almost 1 a.m. on November 12th. So I'm stopping for the night because I'm kind of, I guess, running out of steam. Plus, I also ended chapter 5, and yeah, I don't really feel like I don't feel like starting a new chapter today, because if I do that, then I'm going to be stuck on that chapter and want to finish it, and I just want to start that chapter when I sit down to write again. Also, because that gives me something to write about when I sit down again, and that's a great idea. It's always terrible if when you sit down to write, you don't know what you're going to write or have like no inkling whatsoever. Like even as a discovery writer, I want to have some idea of what's going to be in the bill today for me to write, right? So it's always good to have some kind of idea of what the next scene will look like, even if you don't know like what every scene is going to look like. Before midnight, my total word count for November 11th was, well, now I got to check, 1,584. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. I took a short break, and I was hoping Scrivener would like update, but it's still showing me as being on like November 11th, because it still shows that I'm like a little less than 200 words short of the daily goal. Also, I did play around with Scrivener, and I found out the reason why it was off by such a big margin, or seemingly big margin, from the NaNoWriMo stats, the stat board. The reason is that when I had set up the target for like how many days and what the target is, I set it as ending on November 29th instead of November 30th. And so then I set it to November 30th. It's still off because for November 11th, it says that my word count goal, I need to hit 1,722, whereas NaNoWriMo said 1,715. So it's much closer, but still not the exact same. So I'm not sure why they're different. I really have no idea why they aren't the same, because they should be the same. They should be using like a very similar algorithm. They should be the same, but they're not. Either way, it's much closer, so that makes me feel better. But part of me also wants to set it back to the 29th, because if I do that, then I'm going to be more inclined to hit the word count goal that it's telling me to hit. Like it's, up at the top, it tells me you need to hit 1,800 words today. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and hit the 1,800 words today. If I do that, then I could finish a day early. Or maybe not finish a day early, but it gives me more of a buffer because I'm actively striving to hit the extra, 200 words a day or 100 words a day. You just hit a little extra every day, then
it takes out a whole day for you, or it just helps me keep up. And because I'm still right now, I think like 1,100 words behind, so it's not terrible, but I definitely want to get that down. So I might reset it to be the 29th and secretly forget that I ever found that out. So yeah, also, okay, so yeah, I told you my word count for November 11th, total word count was 1,584. I continued writing. I said I took a short break, and then I wrote again, and then now I've stopped. So the number of words I got in that short period that I wrote was 261. So not a whole lot, but I finished the scene, and I finished chapter 5. So chapter 5 is done now. And yeah, I don't want to keep going. Because I want to save that for when I sit down again. But I also didn't want to leave chapter 5 just lingering there unfinished. I wanted to because also I didn't have that much more to say on it. I just wanted to go ahead and finish it, get it done with. That way I can start a new chapter tomorrow. So yeah, that's where we're at. And I think pretty good. Oh yeah, so I also said Scrivener hasn't updated the daily goal yet. It hasn't reset it to 0, even though it's now 1 a.m. So I typed it up in Microsoft Word, and I'm just going to save it in Microsoft Word until tomorrow when I sit down to write again, and then I'll put those words into Scrivener because I'm OCD, and it would totally irk me having to remember how many words I wrote, so I would know what. Well, I guess it's in NaNoWriMo. I put it in there. Still, though, it would bother me 100%. So we're going to save it to Microsoft Word, and then I'm just going to copy it over to Scrivener tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I keep shaking. My laptop's sitting in my lap right now, and I keep hitting it because apparently I hit my laptop a lot, and it's shaking the camera. So I apologize for little camera shakes that you might be noticing. But I'm going to go to bed now because I am tired, and the weekend is really the only time that I actually get to sleep because, as you well know, I keep waking up at like 4, 5 a.m. during the week so that I can write. Yay! And even on days that I don't wake up early to write, I still wake up early to like take a shower or get ready for work. Because it's like a 45-minute drive for me to go to work. And then I need like 5 additional minutes to walk into the building, sit down at my desk, and clock in. So it's like 50 whole minutes, almost an hour between when I need to leave here and get to work. And, oh, Bear woke up. Hi. Yeah, my shift starts at 8, so I have to leave about 7:10. It's just really early. Especially because when I take a shower, I'm awful. I take 30-minute showers. It's very hard for me to get out of the shower sooner than that. I'm just slow. I'm slow at everything. Slow to put on makeup. I'm just slow. I've seen people put on makeup 5 minutes, boom, they're ready to go. I am not that fast at all. So yeah, it takes me time to get ready in the morning. So yeah, anyways, enough of me ranting. I need to go to sleep. Y'all need to go to sleep. Well, actually, yeah, when you watch this video, you're probably going to watch it during the day, not 1 a.m. in the morning. When you watch this video, I hope you're well rested. I'm going to go get well rested so I can think better. See y'all tomorrow.
Hey guys, so it is currently 12:50 a.m. On November 13th. So I apologize for not making an earlier video. I did sit down to write. I think it was around 10 o'clock, 10:30 yesterday. That was like 2 hours ago. But on the 12th, 10:30 p.m. on the 12th, and I wrote an additional 1,163 words. So the total for November 12th was 1,424. I know it's like almost 1 a.m., but I still want to continue writing because, okay, I do feel a little bit tired, but I'm kind of really getting into this scene. So I think I'm just going to do it because I have Tuesday off. Tomorrow's Monday. And I can make myself super tired Monday, and then I can just go to bed early, fall asleep, boom, and get up and do things again Tuesday. So I think I am going to stay up for a little bit and write. So yeah, that is the plan. And I found things out. So more about Scrivener. I found out that it wasn't set to reset the session word count until like 4 a.m. So that's why it wasn't resetting yesterday morning. When it was like almost 1 a.m., it wasn't resetting. And I'm like, why is it not resetting? Like, it's like past midnight. And it was because it was set for 4 a.m. So I reset it to like 12:05 a.m. And then I also found out that if it doesn't reset, there's a reset button that you can just press and it'll reset the session completely. So I did that, so my session started over for today. Yay, so then I can keep writing right now and not have to go to Microsoft Word and then like import it over. See, oh yes, also I did some research. So if you remember, I talked about my kitten, Bear, and how he has this issue where he starts sucking my fingers. And I Googled, why do cats like have this habit of sucking fingers? Like, why do they develop this? And it was saying that this research found that cats that were taken away from their mothers either at or before 8 weeks old, they will like continue to have this sucking habit because they were taken away from their mother too early. And Bear was kind of like a rescue. I didn't find him in the pound or anything, but a friend of a friend works at a zoo, and they had found a whole litter of kittens and a mother, and they got them all put up in good homes and adopted to different places. And then like 2 weeks later, they found another kitten, and that is Bear. That's my Bear. I keep looking down because I'm petting him, and he is laying in my lap right now. Yeah, they found him 2 weeks earlier, so I don't know how long. They think he was part of that litter because he looked to be the same age as the other kittens, and he was by himself. They couldn't find any other mother or anything like that. So they think he was part of the same litter and was just somehow separated from the others. So I don't know how long he was separated for, but it was at least like 2 weeks. So yeah, that's, I think, why he has this sucking habit. And it was also saying that you can try and break them of that habit by, like, every time they try to suck your finger, if you have a toy that you use every single time and you exchange the toy for your finger and then teach them to kind of chew on the toy and suck on it instead of your finger, and then they'll eventually, like, lose that habit. So I might try doing that. I need to get a good toy that he will like to suck on. So yeah, I found that out. But yeah, I'm super happy to have Bear. I know when they found him, he was actually a little bit injured. He had walked on something super hot. I don't know if it was like concrete or like some metal plate that was just getting roasted by the sun. It actually burned the pads on the bottom of his feet, and they had to put ointment on them to help them heal. They're all healed up now. They're all healed. But yeah, he had some minor injuries that they had to treat. Yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm going to get to writing. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe shoot for like 1,000 words this morning. That would be nice. We'll see where it takes me. I started this chapter. What chapter am I on? I'm on chapter 6. Yeah, I started chapter 6, I guess almost 3 hours ago now, 2.5, 3 hours ago. And like I had planned out what I wanted to happen in this chapter. And I was like, ooh, I don't know that I want to start there. And so I'm like, let's back it up just like a few hours from this scene that I want to happen. And yeah, I'm actually really liking it. Kind of foreshadowing something that happens later, or at least setting it up for that to happen later. So I'm happy that I thought of this scene to stick in here. And yeah, so I am continuing to write because I have more ideas and there's a lot to get through, and it's not going to hurt me if I sit down to write later today. Gosh, that feels weird. I want to say tomorrow, but I know it's the 13th, and it's just like thinking that I'll go to bed in like 2 hours and then wake up and it's still the same day. It's just kind of weird to think about. But anyways, I will still have stuff to write about. So I don't need to worry about stopping my writing because I've written almost everything that I've thought of up to this point. So I'm in a good place. But yeah, I'm going to stop this video now. And I promise I will make another video before I go to bed this morning because it's in the morning, November 13th. Yay. Yeah, I will make another video, and I will try not to stay up too late, but I also wouldn't be super upset with myself if I pulled an all-nighter. I don't know. We'll see. I shouldn't need to. I should get some sleep at some point. I should. The problem is if I go to bed at like 3 a.m., then I have to get up at like 5:30 or something. I'm not sure I'd actually make it out of bed. That kind of makes me want to go to bed now, so I know I can get up. See, this is a dilemma because I want to write right now, but if I stay up too much later and go to bed, then I don't know that I'll actually be able to get up to go to work because I'll be so tired. I don't know. I think I'm going to write because I'm excited for it. But yeah, I'll make another video before I go to bed, and I'll let you know my decision if I actually go to bed or if I actually stay up. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it is 1:50 a.m. So I wrote for, I guess it was about an hour. Yeah, about right there, about an hour that I wrote. I wrote 728 words, which is really good, I think. That's pretty good for 1 hour. I consider that great. So yeah, I am stopping because I'm starting to get really tired. So I do think I am going to go to bed. But today, which feels weird because I'm going to go to bed, so it feels like it should be tomorrow. But today, I will hit 20,000 words. I'm about like 550 words away from 20,000. So I'm very close. I think I should have hit 20,000 yesterday on the 12th. And I should be at 21,667 today on the 13th. But I don't think I'm going to make that up today because I know I am about 1,000 words behind or something. Maybe a little bit more now. So I won't catch up today, which is Monday, but I should catch up tomorrow on Tuesday. So I look forward to that. I still have, I'm still in chapter 6, and I still have more planned for chapter 6, so I will have plenty more to write about, but I will probably, I don't know, I might finish chapter 6 today. I think I actually should. I should finish chapter 6 today, which means tomorrow I'll be starting chapter 7. And and I'm not wholly certain what chapter 7 is going to be about, so we shall see. Anyways, I'm going to go to bed. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so it is 11 p.m. on November 13th. This evening I wrote 751 words, so not a whole lot. I am very tired, which is why I'm not writing more. The total for today is 1,479 words for today. So not terrible, but now I am about 1,500 words behind. The cool thing, though, is that I passed 20,000 words today. Yay! Oh, 20,000. Gosh, it feels like such a good milestone. My total right now is 20,187. So that is really good. Bear is also here to congratulate me and suck my thumb, always. But yeah, I am happy where the story's at. I'm still in chapter 6. I have more to write in chapter 6, and I know what I'm going to put there, but I am much too tired right now to continue on and get that written. So I will get up tomorrow morning and write some, and the goal for tomorrow is 2,500 words. That is the goal, 2,500 words. I think it's doable. I did it last Tuesday. There's no reason why I can't do it this Tuesday. So that is what we're going to shoot for. So yeah, wish all of you a good night or a good morning, depending on what time of day you watch this. But I'm going to go to bed and get some good sleep. And I'll see you all next time. What's up, guys? So today is November 14th. And I made absolutely amazing progress today. So I wrote a total of 3,171 words today. And that means that today is the first day since like day 3 that I am no longer behind. My total word count is 23,358. So I'm about 25 words over where I need to be. So not a huge leadway at all, but I am caught up. Finally. Oh, it took me like 10 days to do it, but I'm there. And golly, it feels great. So I started chapter 7 today. Chapter 7 is still not finished, but it's almost finished. We're very close. I would say maybe 700 words, 500 or 700, something like that, words away from finishing chapter 7. I got stuck doing some dialogue and was having fun with that and didn't quite want to end it yet, so that kind of added like 300 words that I wasn't expecting to be in there. And I just ended the dialogue scene, so then it's going to actually, now it's actually reached the end of where I want chapter 7 to be. So yeah. I did also play around with Scrivener some today, and I did notice that Scrivener and NaNoWriMo, the word count that they showed that I should have for that day, finally matched up today. So we're going to see if it matches up tomorrow, which I think it will. I think it's finally worked itself out, and they should match from now on, hopefully. But I did also play around more with Scrivener today, and I started using labels. So each of my chapters is, narrated from a different point of view. It's still like third person narration, but it's following specific characters for that chapter. And now that I'm at chapter 7, I'll recall like, oh, what happened with like in this character's chapter, and then I'll need to like quickly go back and look at their chapter, but then it's kind of hard to remember which chapter is theirs. So I'm using these labels that assigns like a color to the chapter, and to each color I've assigned a character. So instead of having to guess or click on multiple chapters and figure out where I need to quickly go back and look at, I can just look at the color and know exactly what perspective that chapter's in, which is now so helpful. And it wasn't actually hard to memorize which characters go to which color. Like once I assign them, like it's like that, and I know it's that person, even though there's 6 of them. A 7th character hasn't been introduced yet, but that one will definitely have from her perspective quite often, because she's what I consider to be the main character, even though she's only one of the 7 POVs in the novel. When I originally saw this novel as being from just one perspective, it was hers. So she will always be in my mind the main character, and she is basically the driving force of the main plot. So yeah, I think so. I'm getting close to ending chapter 7. I think I will probably try to introduce her around chapter 10. I don't quite know what I want chapters 8 and 9 to be, but I've brought in a whole bunch of people that are now visiting at the castle, and they need to leave before she can be introduced. So they need to go away. And I think I should be able to do that in about 2 chapters. So, yeah, but it's going great. It is 11:45 p.m. Right now, so it's getting close to midnight. But it was a good day, and I didn't write 100% the whole day. I did take several breaks. I watched 3 episodes of a show that I'm watching. I went and visited my grandmother for like 30-40 minutes. She lives just down the road from me. But yeah, it was a super great day. And honestly, Tuesdays have become like my favorite day because I just get to stay at home and write all day. And I don't feel rushed to get to my word count, I'm able to take breaks, like mental breaks, go clean the kitchen or go eat lunch, sit down, watch some TV, which I will say that like TV and social media are definitely creativity like blockers. They kill creativity like nothing else. But sometimes I think you definitely need to discharge from the novel you're writing because you have to take a break, and your brain needs to think about something else. But I think music helps me a lot. It definitely helps me to get back in the groove of writing again. So that definitely helps for like after I've watched TV, I come back, sit down, start playing some music, and I don't know what it is, but it helps me get into a really good writing mood. I like to listen to Two Steps from Hell and Brunaville on Spotify. So it's mostly, like, I would say 99% is instrumental music. Occasionally you'll get a song that has words to it, but it's not distracting. It's more like epic choir music. And yeah, it's the fact that it's instrumental, and it's not like instrumental like Mozart or anything. Two Steps from Hell writes like the kind of music that you would get in a movie trailer or something like that. And Brunaville, I don't know if she's Celtic, but it's just like a slightly different tune or kind of music than like Two Steps from Hell, but they're still both like just the instruments going most of the time, and it's very nice to listen to, and it definitely helps me to think about writing more. So I don't know if you heard that, but Bear just sneezed. He's sleeping. It was so cute. Today, oh my gosh, today it was so funny. So he has this little over here, he has a little cushion like a seat cushion that I set out on this countertop, and he sits there while I'm writing. When he's not being rambunctious, he actually comes and sleeps beside me, which is nice. Now, sometimes he sleeps in my lap, which can be kind of difficult to write, especially if like my legs start to fall asleep. That can be difficult. But he was sleeping on this cushion today, but I don't know what had happened, but he had like stretched out, like really stretched, and he fell asleep like that. It was so adorable. I guess he was really tired when he stretched, and he was like too tired to go back and curl up in like his little ball, and he just totally fell asleep in that stretch, and it was so cute. Yeah, he was adorable. Anyways, today was a great day for writing. I mean, come on, over 3,000 words. That was really, really good. I wanted to at least write 2,500, but from the beginning, I was like, I think I can do 3,000. Like, I bet I can do 3,000. And I did. Now, it is definitely getting late, and I kind of wish I hadn't stayed up this late, but I got moved to the late shift for work tomorrow, so I don't have to get up quite as early, but I still need to get up early so that I can write in the morning and not have too much writing to do in the evening, since I won't even get off work until 7 p.m. tomorrow. So, yay. But yeah, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and yeah, goodbye. Hey guys, so it is a few minutes before midnight on November 15th. I worked the late shift today. I had planned to write this morning, but that did not happen. And then I didn't start until rather late this evening, but I still wrote 1,646 words, which is really good. And that brought me to a grand total of 25,004 words. So I am still on par with where I should be. I'm not behind at all. I'm technically 4 words ahead. But I think that is really, really good. I know that Thanksgiving is next week, so I definitely foresee me falling behind in those few days. But I hope that, like, this week I can continue to not fall behind like I did towards the beginning of November, and that I can get ahead on Saturday, like write extra words, like maybe 2,000, 2,500 type words, and do the same thing on Tuesday. I can write between 2,500 and 3,000 on Tuesday. That would be really fantastic. Obviously, there might be things that come up, and maybe I'm not able to write as much as I think I should be able to, but it would be very nice to be able to meet goals like that, so that when Thanksgiving comes around, I don't feel like I have to stay up super late and not spend as much time with family as I would like to. So, yes, I am going to go to bed because I have work tomorrow. Yay. But I did finish chapter 7 finally. I ended right at the end of chapter 7. So tomorrow I will be starting chapter 8. And while I was at work today, I was doing lots of thinking, and I did a little bit of brainstorming for like chapters 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12. So all those chapters have a set POV now, and a kind of very rough key event summary of what should happen in that chapter. And that's pretty much all I'm willing to do. I'll probably think about, different scenes that I might want to go in there, but I like for it to be very organic and more discovery as I write. So, yeah, I will talk to all of you guys tomorrow. So, see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, so it is 11:20 p.m. on November 16th. My word count this evening was only 1,222, bringing me to a total of 26,226. I think that in the last, 40 minutes I have before midnight, I definitely could have probably gotten very close to writing, the last 450 words. But I'm feeling very tired right now, and I think that my time would best be utilized just going to bed. Plus, my writing has gotten a lot slower, and I'm finding myself just staring at the screen. So yeah, I don't feel very productive right now, and so I'm just going to go to bed and try and be more productive tomorrow. I think part of it also is there's been some cool air that blew in, and it kind of got me a little bit congested. Not like a whole lot, but golly gosh, I sneezed like 10 times sitting here trying to write, and poor Bear was wondering what was going on with me. He's been so good though. I'm staring over here because he's sleeping right next to me. Yeah, he's been so good. He's not been as extremely playful during this time, which is nice. He's been taking more naps. And I don't know what it is, because normally during this time, he's like absolutely crazy. But he's been chilling out. So I don't know, maybe me writing has kind of been teaching him to be like, hey, this is time that we need to chill. Because he'll try to get in my lap and play with my hair, or bite like a button, like this is pinned with the button. He'll try to bite it. I'm like, no, we gotta be still because I need to concentrate. So maybe that's been helpful for him. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. I am in chapter 8 now. And I think I mentioned that I kind of did a very rough plan for the next several chapters. So I'm kind of going off of that plan. And, it's not quite going the way I thought it would for this chapter either, because I had like a super rough plan. Like, these people go out riding for a day, they see a thing that was built, and then these two people separate from the group and just go ride by themselves for a little bit. That was my plan. That's what I mean by like super rough summary of what's going to be in here, because I feel like I still have so much freedom to choose and figure out what happens with that chapter when I finally get to it. Like, I haven't even, it's only been in like the last paragraph that I even started executing that plan, because I had this whole scene in the beginning that kind of built up to them writing out that I didn't know was going to be there anymore. So I think that summaries are okay for me as the discovery writer, as long as they are very rough and they don't define kind of every nook and cranny of the chapter that I'm going to be writing. So I am kind of glad that those summaries are working out, because I was a little bit concerned that they would be too confining, because I know that anytime I try to write an outline, it just never works, and I have to just completely scrap it, because if I don't, my story just sounds flat for whatever reason. Or at least it did last time I used it, which is why I stopped outlining. But yeah, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thankfully, I'm not too far behind, because 1,200 and something compared to 1,600 and something is not that huge of a difference. And if I don't make it up tomorrow, I should definitely be able to make it up Saturday. So yeah, I will touch base with y'all tomorrow, probably again in the evening. I don't foresee having any time to write in the afternoon, and I don't know that I'll be awake enough to write in the morning. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, it is November 17th. It's about 10:20 p.m. So I did not make much progress today at all. This evening I've written 638 words, which brings me to a grand total of 26,864. So I'm definitely behind now. Again. I can't seem to stay ahead for very long. I'm very confident I can make up for it tomorrow, but I had hoped to gain like extra ground tomorrow. But I guess that's just going to have to be for Tuesday. I'm a little worried about Thanksgiving and how much I'll be able to write over Thanksgiving. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just feel very tired. And yeah, at this point, I just really need to go to bed. Yeah, because there's no use writing when you're exhausted. It's just not going to be good writing, or you're not going to write very much given the amount of time that you're putting into it. So it's not beneficial. I'd rather go to sleep now and wake up earlier than I would if I go to bed at midnight, so I can get better writing done tomorrow and have a better day tomorrow. So that is my plan. So hopefully a much better writing day tomorrow. So I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so I have amazing news. First of all, it is November 18th and it is 10 o'clock in the evening. I started writing in the morning, and I took a break for lunch, and I wrote in the afternoon, and then I took a break for dinner, and then I wrote this evening, which this evening I didn't actually write that much. But today, I wrote a grand total of 4,005 words. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. I will say that those last, the words I wrote this evening, which was only 631, it was a little bit of a chore to get through because I'm starting to feel tired, but I really wanted to hit 4,000, and I did it. Wow. I mean, I thought it was a huge milestone to hit 3,000 on, what was that, this past Tuesday? And now I hit 4,000. Goodness, it was a lot. So also, I have surpassed 30,000 words. My total word count is 30,869. So, yeah, that is a lot. That is a lot. But it's great and it's exciting. I mean, only 20,000 words more to go, and I have, I think 12 more days. Yeah. So I think we can do it. I mean, I'm ahead now. I'm definitely ahead, but, I will fall behind again with Thanksgiving. But I did take off of work for the last day of November, so I will have that going for me. And hey, I've proved now that I can definitely write 4,000 words in one day. So if I get 2 or 3 days behind, maybe not 3 days, but if I'm 2 days behind, I can totally whip that out in a day. I can clearly do that now. So I'm not that stressed about it. And Tuesday, I'll be at home again, so I should be able to get some good writing done on Tuesday, and get even more ahead. So hopefully hopefully Sunday and Monday, which today is Saturday. I don't know if I said that. Today is Saturday. But hopefully Sunday and Monday I can hit 1,600 or 1,700 words a day. That way I don't have to worry about trying to catch up again on Tuesday because I felt like I had to write a lot today because I totally fell behind again on Friday and Thursday. Yeah, because I mean, I had caught myself up on Tuesday with, I think it was Tuesday that I caught up with writing 3,000 words. It felt great, and then I just completely fell behind again, and I'm like, what the heck? I did all this work to catch up, and then I just go back and fall behind. So hopefully I don't fall behind, at least not until Thanksgiving. Then I can fall behind if I need to. But yeah, so I don't know. It feels really, really good, but I'm tired now, so I'm probably going to go to bed. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.